Hi, welcome back to Erik the Linguist again. In this tutorial, I'm going to introduce to you some basic understandings about prepositional phrases. Okay? Minor details in English often have an immense impact to a text. Prepositions are a limited set of grammatical words which look trivial but trouble a lot of English learners such as you and me. To many of them, using prepositions doesn't seem to have a systematic pattern. Little do they know what words prepositions to follow or what go after prepositions. These small words are therefore apparently very complex, with numerous rules for learners to memorize before being able to apply them in writing. Therefore, in the first episode of our trilogy, I will deconstruct a prepositional phrase and then look into where we can put prepositional phrases in a sentence before zooming in to focus on two common prepositional phrases that express time and place. Okay, so number one, forming a prepositional phrase. Let's simplify the method, okay, and look at the prepositions having an active role at the phrase level. This means all prepositional phrases start with the preposition, so that's obvious. What comes before a preposition does not matter at this moment. So what comes after a preposition to form a prepositional phrase is always a noun, like on the tree, a noun phrase, on the great green gum tree, or a noun clause, on what I call a great green gum tree. So the general formula is then preposition plus noun. So part 2, putting a prepositional phrase within a sentence. Having figured out the form of a prepositional phrase, we can examine where they are located in a sentence. There are 3 common positions in which we can put a prepositional phrase in a sentence. I'll zoom out from the level of the phrase to that of a sentence so that I can move over to the focus of this post. Prepositional phrases of time and place. A. Post-modifying a noun. Aside from adding adjectives before a noun, we can enrich a noun by adding a prepositional phrase after it. Let me use a line from Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, a 1967 song by the Beatles. So somebody calls you, you answer quite slowly. The girl with kaleidoscope eyes. The prepositional phrase with kaleidoscope eyes would be to give more information about the girl, whatever kaleidoscope eyes means. Okay, so putting the prepositional phrase after the head noun is the only option. This is because, unlike other languages such as Chinese, descriptions not involving adjectives are seldom put before the head noun. So cross-referencing 哪個 or that 有着萬花筒眼睛 kaleidoscope eyes 嘅女仔的女孩 girl. B. Forming phrasal verbs. This interests many learners since the change in prepositions after the same verb can create different meanings. What phrasal verbs are is out of our discussion here. However, we must note that what comes after a preposition of a phrasal verb must always be a noun, or an item functioning like a noun, such as, of course, gerund. Shall I use one mistake that many beginners would make, including myself when I first started, with to look forward to? I look forward to the coming event. So this would be look forward to, followed by a noun phrase. The next one, I look forward to hear from you, would be wrong, because what comes after to should be a noun that denotes something, but not an infinitive. Okay, so it would be correct to say, I look forward to hearing from you. The phrase including a gerund, hearing from you, functions just as a noun. Similar examples would be devoted to, be committed to, both followed by a noun or a gerund. So C. Modifying verbs as adverbials. Our common understanding about adverbials are the single word adverbs, but it is not hard to see that prepositional phrases can act like adverbs, with the function of providing information about under what circumstances an action is undertaken. So that is, modifying verbs in terms of manner, time, position, and so on. I would use the chorus of my recent favorite, San Francisco Street by Sun Rae from Australia, to illustrate. I'm waking up in your house on a San Francisco street. In particular, the first prepositional phrase apparently answers the question regarding the action. Where am I waking up? The answer would be in your house. And the second one answers the question about the noun immediately before. Where is your house? The answer is on a San Francisco street. So these two prepositional phrases provide more information about the location of the persona and the house. These last two examples pave a nice way towards part 2 and part 3 when we focus on how to express time and location with prepositional phrases. So stay tuned and see you next time. 祝了